We were fresh out of prison on the bus from Antioch. The bus broke down and we started to walk. We walked 15 miles along a dusty old trail. It started to rain, then it started to hail. The sky got dark and we began to cry. There was a damn good chance that we were gonna die. We were desperate men at the end of our rope when we saw an old sign that said, "Camp Last Hope." A tall man appeared. He barely made a sound. He was the only damn person in the whole campground. He was the campground ranger, just back from Kuwait. He said, "You guys can camp at campsite number 8. He pointed to a spot next to a dead tree. We used our last $6 to pay the campground fee. We fell to our knees around the campfire pit. The fire was out and our hopes were shit. We were cold, we were hungry, we were lonely and itchy, angry and bitter, and just a little bitchy. We had rocks for pillows, we had dirt in our hair. There were angry ants inside our underwear. Then we heard an odd sound from behind a tall pine. We all looked over to campsite number 9. We saw a towering tent we hadn't noticed before. There were golden zippers on the tent screen door. Out walked a girl with kindling in her hair. She had the nose of a squirrel, shoulders like a bear. She wore a tent stake behind each ear, a tattoo on her arm that said Camper of the Year. She kept Malibu rum inside her canteen. She was the most beautiful girl that we had ever seen. We asked her name, we asked her sign. She said, "Call me the girl from campsite 9. She said, "Find your fire and let it burn. Find your heart and let it yearn. Find your voice and let it sing. Find your sound and let it swing. Do it on the place that you stand. Do it with a campfire band. This is the way if you want to feel fine." So said the girl from campsite number 9. Number 9. Well, she had a walking stick. It was made of bamboo. She'd hop on one leg and do the hoochie-coo. Her lantern was green, her army knife, it was Swiss. But when she looked into our eyes, she knew something was amiss. We told her we were cold, we had nowhere to sit. She said, "Get your butt around the campfire pit." Then we saw a big flame, a work of blazing art. Was it always there, or did it just start? The fire was pure, then she threw in a log. It sparkled like a flower, it crackled like a hog, just like an old friend that would welcome us in. The glow of the fire made us change from within. We saw a great truth, we saw a wild boar. We never felt so warm and cozy before. The girl from campsite 9 made us feel like champs. We started to like the way she camps. She said, "Find your fire and let it burn. Find your heart, let it yearn. Find your voice and let it sing. Find your sound and let it swing. Do it on the place that you stand. Do it with a campfire band. This is the way if you want to feel fine." So said the girl from campsite number 9. Number 9. Then Steve passed out around the fire's warm blaze. We hadn't eaten a thing in 27 days. Reality struck, we were starving to death. In a matter of minutes, we would take our last breath. She pointed to the picnic table and chair. We hadn't even noticed that it was there. We saw a marshmallow bag, we saw Hershey bars too, a stack of graham crackers and some fresh yak stew. We ate 26 s'mores, then we each took a nap. She had a Japanese hammock and a cashmere wrap. When we woke up, she took us all on a hike. And deep in the forest, we found much to love and like. The birds in the sky, the sun in the breeze, rocks so old, the smell of the trees. We swam in the river, we befriended a deer. When we got back to camp, she made things clear. She said, find your fire and let it burn. Find your heart and let it yearn. Find your voice and let it sing. Find your sound and let it swing. Do it on the place that you stand. Do it with a campfire band. This is the way if you want to feel fine. So said the girl from campsite number 9. Up in the sky rose a blood-red moon. She asked us with a grin if we'd play her a tune. We wanted to sing, but could not overcome. Plus we didn't have guitars that we could pick and strum. She pointed to the 12-string hanging in the tree, and to an old banjo that fit right on our knee. A stand-up bass, an old violin, a brand new cajon, and a mandolin. Then harmonicas fell down from the sky. We decided right then we'd give it a try. She started to sing with the voice from above, pure as an angel who rode a white dove. We looked down at our fingers, they started to move, moved over our strings and fell into a groove. Songs poured from our hearts and we sang like the birds. She nodded in approval, then spoke these words. She said, find your fire and let it burn. Find your heart and let it yearn. Find your voice and let it sing. Find your sound and let it swing. Do it on the place that you stand. Do it with a campfire band. This is the way if you want to feel fine. So said the girl from campsite number 9. Number 9. A light flashed across our acoustic guitar. We looked up and we saw a dang shooting star. Then she told us a story as she sharpened a spear about a native tribe that used to live here. You can still hear their drums all around this place. We looked into the fire, we saw a warrior face. The vision it broke, it gave us a scare. In front of our eyes stood a big black bear. There was nowhere to hide, nowhere to run away. She said, let there be music, and we began to play. The bear, he smiled and danced and gave us a wave. Then he shuffled his way back to his cave. We knew right then and there we'd start a campfire band and play campfire music throughout this land. We owed it to the girl from Campsite 9. She told us again as we drank moonshine. She said, find your fire and let it burn. Find your heart and let it yearn. Find your voice and let it sing. Find your sound and let it swing. This is the way if you wanna feel fine. So said the girl from campsite number 9. Number 9. We woke up the next morning. Something felt strange. The fire was out. The camp was rearranged. The girl from campsite 9, well, she just wasn't there. Not a single trace of her anywhere. Her tent was gone, her sleeping bag too, her inflatable mattress, her singing cockatoo. To the ranger station, we ran to explain. He looked at us like we were all insane. He said, no one but you camped here last night. We knew these words just couldn't be right. We said, check your log, check it online. Who was camping at campsite number 9? He gave us a look so profound. He said, we only have 8 campsites at this campground. Those words gave us a chill. It made our skin crawl. Did she even camp here at all? Now we travel around in our old touring van. Every place that we play, we hope to find her again. She taught us so much about our campfire brand, like never let an accordion into your band. We go from club to club, bogeys to Susie's, every fire pit and every jacuzzi. We look and we look for that smile and that mole, even though her words live in our soul. She said, find your fire and let it burn. Find your heart, let it yearn. Find your voice and let it sing. Find your sound and let it swing. Do it on the place that you stand. Do it with a campfire band. This is the way if you wanna feel fine. So